Hi, good afternoon, everybody. The mission to 500 continues today as the Blues are in town. Coming up. I say that's our mission, guys, because that's what it feels like this year. It's the mission to get to 500. This season, guys, I'm going to tell you the rest of the year, I'm just cheering them on, game to game. That's it. I'm not going to get caught up with anything but game to game. Cheer the boys on, cheer the kids on, because, wins never hurt, no matter what kind of season you're having. And we just need the franchise to wake up as a whole. And guys, I don't believe we're going to wake up till we make a coaching change. And I'm seeing all these rumors out there. Many channels, not just our own, but many other channels are talking about the Sabres because of after the whistles comments that they're looking to trade Middlestat and they're looking to trade UPL. And I think it'd be a mistake trading either one right now. That's just my feel on that, the thoughts on that, because guys, I think what we need is a coaching change, not a trade. What we need is a coaching change. Okay, the Blues, their last 10 games coming into this are 6-3-1. On the road, they're 11-12-1. The Sabres are 5-5-0, their last 10, and 11-13-1 at home. Again, they're pathetic at home this year. Goals for and against is a -10, and St. Louis is a -12. St. Louis is 54 points on the season, and the Sabres are 48. So there's a lot of ways to look at this if you're really deadly serious about the Sabres still making the playoffs. Number one, they've got to get a winning streak going. And I'm talking a real winning streak, like 7 games now. We need a serious winning streak to even talk about playoffs. I don't think they're going to under this coach. Number two, is this team going to get any more physical? Are they going to get any more tougher? I don't think so. Not under this coach. This team just is pathetically soft. And do you guys really believe soft teams can win a Stanley Cup come playoff time? I think we know better. We've been fans long enough to know better than that. Look, when Lundy had the team in 06 and 07 with the big teams, okay, that team wasn't crazy leading the league in hits or anything. It wasn't like that kind of team. But come playoff time, if they had to get rough and tough, there was some toughness in them. This team doesn't. This team would have got killed by that team, is what I'm saying physically. There's nothing there. It might be there, but it's underlying and it has to be woken up. And if you're going to wake up the beast from within, we need a new coach, we need a new voice, we need a new coaching staff behind that bench. And you know what? I think Adam should be fired too. If he does nothing except let us die a painful, slow death again this year, like Botterill did a few times, time to get rid of him. It just is. As good a job as he's done with drafting and slapping together this team, he's failing big time as a general manager right now. You can't have the year off because you put together an exciting team last year and the team is dormant this year. You just can't. You can't. So I'm just going to take a look quickly, guys, at the wild card. We're going to check it out. I'm pretty sure we're still like 10 points out, right? Yeah, okay, so the Sabres are 10 points out. Nobody has a game in hand. We have 2 games in hand on Tampa, who are 11 points in front of us. So, you see, look, they're 7 games over. Detroit's 8 games over. These teams are not killing it this year. They're just kind of staying consistent with the season. A few games over, like a 2 games over 500 every 12 games about. If the Sabres could do that, but they're going to need a winning streak. There's no doubt about it. They're going to need a winning streak. And the truth is, folks, I just don't trust them at home. I just don't. I don't see any signs they're going to wake up at home. I don't see any signs they're going to get more physical. I don't see any signs that Adams is going to make any kind of moves. I don't see any signs that Granato has one more thing in him to wake up the young kids in this team. I don't see it. I've been following this team a long time. You know, if I thought there was any hope, I'd say it. I just don't feel it. I feel that it's run its course. And if Adams doesn't have the brains to change coaches right now, what's he going to do in the future? This is what scares me. You know, it's one thing to struggle. It is. It's one thing, but it's another thing to do nothing about it. And that's what worries me about Kevin Adams right now. I thought he was one of the best general managers in hockey before the season started, what he was doing, what he was building. I was a little worried that he was non-aggressive when it comes to trades, but that's okay. Now, right now, he's going to unload 2 of our younger pieces on this team because he doesn't want to change the coach? No. If that happens, we trade out Middlestat. I think it'd be a dumb mistake. And guys, you know, as a first advocate to get rid of Middlestat a little over a year ago, not now. And UPL, no, not now. If we trade these guys now, we're going to regret it. It'll come back to haunt us. I just know it. It will. So if we're going to trade anybody out, trade out somebody down below. Trade out those names and add to this team and get a serious vet on this team. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do it. So I feel like I'm just shooting wind in the dark, hopefully hoping that something's going to stick to the wall. And I just don't think it's going to happen. So I'm going to leave it there. I want to see if they win today because I figure they're due to win. They're a 500 team, so they're probably going to win today. You know, it's that kind of season. Or they might lose one more time and then win the next 2. And, you know, I really honestly believe that they look like a team that's going to finish with 82 points this year. You know, it's the worst seasons. And I can tell you that's out of experience. It's the worst possible seasons is 500 because they win enough just to tease you and they don't lose enough just to tease you. But they don't win enough to frustrate you, and that's aggravating. There's a very aggravating feeling about it all when it's all said and done, because you're going to get screwed in the draft, which I'm not really counting on the draft. We've done enough drafting for a decade. It's enough. This team should be doing better. Get a new coach in. I'm going to say it again. We need a new coach. I don't believe we need to trade out our young pieces that are finally starting to... Like Middlestat finally is coming to fruition, folks. And we're going to trade him out now? And I think that the rumors are true. I think Adams is thinking about moving him, and I think it'd be a mistake. I mean, I'm not saying pay this guy $7 million, but hey, if we can pay useless Olofsson $5 million, come on. You know, we've got to look at this and be smart and say, you know what, you're going to trade another guy that's going to go to another team like Colorado or something, and he's going to help them win a Stanley Cup. That's what's going to happen if Middlestat leaves this team. He's going to go and do pretty good elsewhere, I'm sure. And so will UPL. I think we got to keep the young goalies and be patient. Maybe get a vet goalie next year in the mix. I don't know. Doesn't have to be a big name, but we got to do something, guys. You can't just keep floating. Okay. See you in the post game. This is going to be up late. Sorry, guys. I'm late, so there's nothing much I could do about it. I just got in. I'll see you tonight.